Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about U visas, and specifically I want to cover the part of the U visa application process that requires you to show that you have been helpful or provided assistance to law enforcement in the investigation and or prosecution of the crime for which you were the victim. Before I dive into this topic, if you have any questions, please drop a comment below. Otherwise, visit us at carboneattorneys.com. We have a button in the top right corner of our website. Click it, fill it out, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. So, U visas and showing that you are helpful, were helpful, continue to be helpful to law enforcement in the investigation and prosecution of the crime for which you were the victim. Now, unfortunately, being the victim of a crime is not enough to get a U visa. We would all like to hope that that is enough. It should be enough. But as a part of this process, you must show that you were helpful. Now, your participation in the investigation or prosecution of the crime, it could be a minor role, it could be a major role. It really depends on the nature of the crime for which you were a victim that will dictate what role you play in the case. So what you want to do is you want to make yourself available to law enforcement. This could be police, prosecutors, a judge, whoever is participating in investigating or prosecuting the case. As the victim, you want to make sure that you are being helpful. You want to make sure that you're providing assistance. What does this look like? So again, it could look many different ways, but just some ways to be helpful could look like identifying the perpetrator. Maybe the prosecutor brings you to a lineup or makes you look at a photo array and identify the perpetrator of the crime. Maybe you are being asked to testify in the case against the defendant. You might be asked to write a written statement, or you might be questioned by police or prosecutors about the case. What you want to do is you want to make sure that when anyone involved in the investigation of the case reaches out to you, that you return their calls. You want to be an active participant in this case. Now, obviously, some cases are more sensitive in nature to others, and you may be resistant or reserved in participating as you're likely experiencing trauma from the crime. Now, understandably so, you have enough to worry about and deal with. You were just the victim of a crime, but on top of that, you're being asked to aid in the prosecution or investigation of the case. As difficult as it may be, it is definitely in your best interest to participate and be of assistance to law enforcement, as this will increase the likelihood that you will be able to obtain the necessary paperwork from law enforcement to submit with your U visa application. Now, I think I've covered in another video, the Supplement B certification is a crucial component of the U visa application. The Supplement B is the form that is filled out by law enforcement that essentially breaks down your assistance and helpfulness in the case. The police officer, the prosecutor, the judge, whoever is filling this out will provide a description of your assistance, your helpfulness, your participation in the case, and you must have the Supplement B submitted with your U visa application for it to even be considered. If you cannot secure the Supplement B, you are in trouble. Your application will likely be denied. So ultimately, these are the ways that you can be helpful and show that you were helpful, are helpful, or continue to be helpful to law enforcement in the investigation and prosecution of the crime where you were a victim. If you like this video and you want to see more, please like, subscribe, and I will keep making them.